here's the round 2 match, guys, that I had in the tournament. So check it out.
Alright, so this was my match against Evan Latz from the Pokemon VGC 2000 Autumn Regional Tournament. And he's going to lead with Metagross and Heatran, which is fairly interesting. And I'm going to leave my Jellicent and Hitmontop. And right here, I'm going to predict him to predict me to go for the Water type attack. But instead, I'm just going to set up my Trick Room. So I'm going to have Hitmontop go for a Fake Out and set up my Trick Room. And he's actually going to switch both of his Pokemon out. And I'm going to withdraw Jellicent here, seeing as Gastrodon could be a bit of a problem, and I do feel that Tyranitar can handle at least one of those Pokemon a little better. So I'm going to send in Tyranitar, and he's going to set up a substitute with the Thundurus, which is a great prediction on his part, and have Gastrodon go for a Scald, activating my eject button, which is perfect. And I'm going to switch it right into Aaron and go for Endeavor on Gastrodon, and I'm pretty lucky he didn't quite see that coming, because if he had, that could have been a little problematic, as I really found Gastrodon to be quite a threat to my team. So I just wanted to get rid of it as fast as possible. You're going to finish it off with a Rock Slide, which is great, and I'm going to break his substitute. Unfortunately, he's going to get a burn with a Scald attack, so it's going to limit my Aaron's survivability. And as you saw, the Berry Juice that normally would allow it to survive for an extra 2 turns, since it works quite well with the Sturdy ability. And unfortunately, the burn is just going to finish me off, since that pretty much hinders my Sturdy there. So right here, I'm just going to send in Jellicent back, seeing as I'll definitely be able to do some pretty decent damage to both of those Pokemon. And he's actually going to switch out his Thundurus into Heatran, which is kind of a strange move. I was kind of questioning him why he did that, but I guess he kind of either made a misplay or just, I kind of maybe I messed up his strategy enough that he wasn't sure what to do after that. But he's going to switch into Thundurus again, which I'm quite questioning. I guess he wanted to, or he found Metagross more, well, I guess he wanted to save his Metagross for some reason. In either case, I'm just going to take out his Thundurus there, and he's gonna protect with his Heatran to leave it alive for that one more turn, and my Trick Room is gonna wear off, which is good for him. And right here he's gonna go for a Heat Wave. I guess either he doesn't have the Earth power, or I guess that was another misplay. I'm not really sure, but he's gonna take me out with the Zen Headbutt, which is more than enough since my Jellicent isn't quite as bulky in physical defense, unfortunately. So right here, I'm just going to send in Hitmontop to finish off his Heatran, and he's going to protect again while I go for the Fake Outs and Crunch, since I believe that should have been enough to take it out in either case. Here he's actually going to go for a Substitute, which is kind of odd. That I would think he'd at least want to get a finishing move on me to at least try to take out my Hitmontop. But I guess he pretty much thought it didn't matter. Unless, I guess he really didn't have the Earth power. Maybe he had like Hidden Power Ice or something. I'm not really sure.
Alright, well, here's a match that I ended up losing, unfortunately, but it was a very close match. And actually, I lost this match due to a couple bad predictions in the middle, which I got kind of, not overconfident, I just got kind of greedy in the middle of the battle. But anyways, that's kind of what cost me the match. But yeah, I'll show you guys the battle if you guys want to see it.
Alright, so here's my next round match, and unfortunately I didn't get to finish the narration in the previous match. That was definitely a pretty good game. I would reward him there. Anyways, in regards to this match, I'm just going to keep my same leads here, and as I mentioned, I did make a lot of mistakes in this battle, but anyways, I'll just let you guys watch the battle here. So I'm going to go for a Fake Out. He's going to predict that and actually protect with his Zapdos, but here I'm going to do the same thing. I want to set up my Trick Room, so I guess he gets some opening damage on my Jellicent, which is, it's good for him. Fine and all. I'm gonna go for the Endeavor to try to take out Zapdos here and pretty much finish it off with the Water Spout, which should be enough to do a lot of damage to Swampert and take out Zapdos. But unfortunately, Swampert is rather bulky, so it's gonna take it pretty well, and he's gonna get a little opening damage on my Jellicent, as well as breaking my Aaron's Sturdy into the Berry Juice. So that means I only have 2 more chances to do some moves. And I'm going to make the greedy play here and decide to go for Endeavor on Conkeldurr, which is a little dumb on my part. I should have actually tried to take out the Swampert, but I was kind of greedy and I just wanted to finish the match off as quick as possible, since I didn't think my opponent knew what he was doing quite, but that was still a good play on his part, and kind of stupid of me that I made that mistake. So here I'm a little nervous during the match. I don't know what happened to me, but I'm just gonna switch in a Hitmontop here. When I realized I could have just switched into a Moongus, I had a Moongus as a tail lead, so to speak. But instead I'm going to switch in the Hitmontop again, just for Intimidates. And I'm going to decide to go for the Feint here. I guess I'm not really sure why I did that. I guess I was predicting him to protect again, but I should have realized the only reason he did want to protect was to activate his Flame Orb. Now that I realize it, I'm not sure if he even saw that Endeavor coming on Conkeldurr. I'm thinking either it was a 2-for-1 or I'm not sure. In any case, I made some pretty stupid plays there, and I'm actually going to sack Aaron. I don't even know why I did that. I forgot if I had Trick Room up. I think I just kind of panicked because I realized his Conkeldurr had Mach Punch. I was like, it wouldn't matter whether I let it live or not. But I realized I could have just sent in a Moongus earlier and just Rage Powdered and good stuff. Here was another stupid play. I decided to protect with a Moongus and try to set up Trick Room, figuring I should be able to survive both attacks, but unfortunately he gets a flinch on my Jellicent, which is hacksy. I know it's hacksy, but I mean, in other words, my stupidity that I made that mistake. I should have just set up the Trick Room and at least try to Spore Metagross or something. I mean, maybe it didn't have what's that item? But anyways, it was a good game in either case.
And here's the round 5 match. Hopefully I can get this one to save. Got about 3 more matches to go, so I'll save what I can, and hopefully I'll be able to upload the rest. If not, I'll save the better battles that I can save on the camera. So, well, we'll see. But anyways, this was another pretty close match, so do enjoy. Actually, it really kind of came down to the wire, so just check this one out. Yeah, and this is round 5. Yep. So enjoy.
All right, so I believe here is round 5 against my opponent Dominic Gliadis. I'm not sure. I believe he was a Smogoner, he said. I'm not really sure. So anyways, here he's going to lead with a Hitmontop, and I'm going to leave my usual lead since it was doing okay so far. So far I had 2 wins, 2 losses. Not the best, but I thought it was fairly okay, I guess. For the first time using this team in competitive background. In either case, I'm going to decide to switch directly to Tyranitar, thinking he's going to fake me out and I'll get my eject button there. But he's going to make a good prediction, and he's going to decide to have his Chandelure go for a substitute, which is going to be kind of hard to get around right here. Since his Hitmontop is pretty much going to give me a problem with, it's close combats and all that. And I'm pretty sure he probably has a Fighting Gem. And for some odd reason, Jellicent survives that attack with like 1 HP. That's just crazy. But his Chandelure was Life Orb, so I figure I did give it enough special defense to take it at least a little better than that. But it was just crazy, like 1 HP. That's just like the epitome of madness there. But anyways, I'm going to have Aaron go for Endeavor to try to take out Hitmontop, which is clearly slower than Tyranitar. So I figured I can just take it out with Endeavor and a Rock Slide and break his Chandelure substitute. But he's going to switch into Rhydon, I guess. He wanted to save Hitmontop for some reason there. And he's going to weaken my Aaron again. I'm gonna get that berry juice back, and his health is gonna go all the way back up. And here he's gonna make a fair play and send in his own Tyranitar, saving his Hitmontop for later. And I guess he was gonna decide to protect with Tyranitar. I'm not really sure what he's gonna do, but I was predicting him to switch and protect. And I was predicting he would possibly send in the Hitmontop, which he did. And I'm going to send in my own Hitmontop, though unfortunately I miscalculated the Trick Room, which means the Intimidate comes on me after my switch. And if you don't quite know what that means, what I meant to say there is that, well, basically his Hitmontop his Chandelure was slower in the Trick Room pretty much, so he gets to switch after me. So anyways, enough about that. I'm going to get a faster fake out since the Trick Room is up here, so that's good for me. And his Tyranitar is actually Focus Sash, which is interesting. And here he's going to switch back out onto his Chandelure and protect, though I'm going to predict or protect here, or either way. I figured I just want to get rid of his Tyranitar, so I'm gonna go for the feint and Crunch's Chandelure, predicting his switch. I mean, in either case, I kind of just wanted to get rid of the Tyranitar anyways, but it was still a good play on his part there. But thankfully I was able to predict that there. And he did have the Fighting Gem on his Hitmontop indeed, and he's going to be able to take out my Tyranitar now, unfortunately. But, I mean, it was a sacrifice worthy enough, because now I can take out his Hitmontop, and pretty much that will be the game. So it was a good game, Dominic, and yeah.
And here is round 6, I think. We got 2 more rounds to go. And this one's kind of a more quicker one. But yeah, here's my round 6 match against someone equal to my ranking. And yeah, enjoy.
And here's my semi-final match of the game against an opponent. I believe this is my, what did I say, my round 6 opponent. So I mean, this is my semi to last round match. Almost my last match of the game. I'll be sure to show my last match in the next video. But anyways, it seemed like a fairly casual match since he had some pretty original Pokemon there, and we had the same record, so I figured he would be fairly good. So here I'm just gonna go for the usual fake outs on Alakazam there. Although I realize his Alakazam might possibly have the inner focus, which he does have, but weirdly enough, he's actually gonna have Trick Room of his own. I mean, either he predicted my own Trick Room, or he just spazzingly has Trick Room on Alakazam for whatever reason. But in either case, it was, I guess, a fair prediction, if it was a prediction. And here, I guess he's going to predict my Hitmontop to switch into Tyranitar. He's just going to go for Psychic on, what do you call it, on Jellicent there. Which is, I agree, a fair prediction on his part, if it was. If not, then, I don't know what to say. In any case, I probably wouldn't have switched to Tyranitar in any case, because, I mean, the chance of taking 2 fighting type attacks is just not something I want to do right now. So here I'm just going to have Jellicent set up Trick Room, finally. I guess, oh, I'm glad I finally got that up, because now I can turn things around, hopefully, quickly enough before those 2 can strike again, since Hitmontop, I mean, Alakazam's a pretty strong opponent there, and I don't really want it getting off that many attacks. So he's going to switch out his Alakazam now, which is a good play, I suppose, on his part. I'm going to have Jellicent go for recovery, because I do want its health back, so I can go for some water spots, possibly, if necessary. And here, I believe I'm going to go for a Crunch with Tyranitar to try to take out Alakazam, but as you know, he switched out pretty much, so yeah, and his Crobat actually takes that Crunch pretty well, so it's good on his part, and that was a good move there. He's going to go for a close combat to try to take out my Tyranitar, though unfortunately, with the Intimidate combined with Chapel Bear, it's just not going to do all that much damage. And yeah, I mean, that item is just very handy. What can I say? So yeah, I'm going to take a while and pretty much add Trick Room up, so things should be looking good on my part. So I'm thinking here I can just take it pretty easy. I'm just going to switch into Aaron here to hopefully quicken the game, and I'm just going to go for a Water Gem Water Spouts to try to take out both Crobat and Fernic there, which more than likely it should, since it's not really much of a chance that Fernic would be surviving that kind of damage. I mean, unless Crobat was really bulky, I would think Crobat might survive, but yeah, those 2 are pretty much out of the ballpark there, so I guess this is going to be a pretty quick game. So for some notations, pretty much in regards to this tournament, I'll tell you right now, overall I went, so far I won't tell you how the last match went, since that one was a pretty epic match in my opinion, my round 7 match, but so far I was, I believe, 4-2 here. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I was 4-2 so far here, so I did okay. I mean, I could have done a lot better. I mean, my round 4 match is just really spazzy, you know, I just really shouldn't have lost that, but my opponent was, in my opinion, kind of a noob in regards to strategy setup, but I mean, he knew the basics. It's just that I didn't expect him to lead the way he did, you know. I expected him to send in certain counters, and he just went with standards, and I mean, I guess it was kind of my mistake on my own part, you know, kind of overestimating my opponent. You know, sometimes you shouldn't overestimate your opponents as much, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, I'll learn better for next time, and hopefully I'll do better. I did enter the winter regional. I don't know if I told you guys, I actually made 2nd place in that tournament, but I'll give more details about that later on. So anyways, here, this is pretty much going to be the end of the match. I'm just going to take out Alakazam there with the nice beam, and that was a good game. So right here, that's pretty much 4-2 for me, and looking forward to my last match. Stay tuned for more, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, and if I didn't mention, my last match is going to be against JiveTime from Smogon, I believe that was. Yeah, so that's definitely going to be an epic match. So hope you guys enjoyed this group of matches here. And yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that match. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys soon.